Hey everybody, Will Fix here. Got another video for you today. Wow, XRP at 214. At least we're having a little bit of a comeback. You can see here on today's chart that we had a low of $2 and now we're up to $2.14 on the daily chart. And so that's fun to see. Hey, did you know you can make some money in this volatility? Let me show you just real quick how much I made yesterday. You can see down here, 411.25. I made 829%. Now, I believe the trade that I made was on the 10th and then sold it on the 11th for 829% gain. You can make that too. That's not a very difficult thing to do. Really, all you need to know or believe is, if I buy it here, will it be higher later? And these are perpetual contracts without dates, so you can just purchase, just like you're buying XRP, but you're purchasing a futures contract. Buy it at the rate that you feel is the rate that you need to buy it at, and then sell it for a profit. And so I made more today. Let me show you those. Here you can see I made 213%, and that was today. Here's another one that I sold today at a 305% increase, and these are only two. Now these are some of the best two for today, but I have many that are 50 and 60% earnings today. Probably made around $2,000 today selling where I bought small little contracts of XRP and just sold them at a profit. But scan the link that you see there, fill you out an account, use a couple $100. First, play in the demo account. See that you can trade in the volatility, make yourself some extra money. Hey, $100 a day would be $3,000 in a month. Okay, let's move right along. So the Ripple case has basically been settled with staff. Let's listen to it right from Brad Garlinghouse's mouth.
So we have reached agreement with staff, and usually what happens is you reach agreement with staff makes recommendation to the commission, and then the commission votes. So anytime we make announcements about that, we are clear that we've reached agreement with staff. The commission hasn't yet voted, but what we've agreed is to dismiss and move on. We're actually getting, the SEC we had put in escrow a potential fine of $125 million. We're actually taking most of that back, including the interest that had been earned along the way. And I think it's just evidence that the Gensler SEC was on the wrong side of the law. And thanks to the new leadership at the SEC and in the White House, I think we're seeing a much more constructive, much more pro-innovation. We want these industries to grow at home.
When you say most of the $125 million you had parked in that little fund in case of the worst case scenario, what's left? Can you give us some?
The SEC is going to end up with a $50 million. The U.S. government's going to get $50 million. We've even talked about making that available in XRP. But look, at the end of the day, this is a major step forward. You know, I think if you kind of zoom out and look at this, the Trump administration is absolutely living up to their promises.
Don't you love to hear that a president is living up to his promises? No matter who the president is, living up to what you stated that you're going to do is a pretty fantastic thing. So if we appreciate anything, at least he's trying to keep his word, right? Also, big news is that we'll have crypto law passed by August. Listen to the banking chair.
The Biden administration and the Gensler at the SEC, they just didn't like crypto. What I've said very often is simply this: we must innovate before we regulate. That means allowing innovation to happen here at home in the digital asset space is critical to American economic dominance across the globe. The good news is President Trump is leading the way to a crypto revolution, starting here at the Banking Committee, and that's why we've moved very quickly the Genius Act, focusing on the crypto world. That's how you get things done. It's passed through my committee in a bipartisan fashion. Next, market structure on its way to be heard in the committee, marked up, and I believe passed into law by August.
It cuts it short, but he says by August, and it's already passed through his committee. So by August, I guess, could mean anytime between now and then because they apparently already have it all put together. Pretty exciting, very bullish news for XRP. I'd like to share this with you too. I had recently a subscriber contact me wanting help to transfer her XRP from Coinbase to the Decent Wallet. I sent her a video on it. I didn't want to get too involved with her on it in case she made a mistake. I'm not going to be liable. And turns out that she told me all of her money, all of her XRP, she got into her Decent Wallet, and somehow someone transferred all of her money out of her Decent Wallet to another address. Not only is this basically impossible because the device would have to Bluetooth connect to her phone in order to transfer money out, but also it's protected by a seed phrase. The only way I know that this could happen would be that she somehow hacked and someone got her seed phrase, recreated her Decent Wallet with got a Decent Wallet, recreated hers, transferred the money out, or got her device, got in it, and sent the money out. And she's saying it didn't happen that way, but she also said she called a helpline, so she must have searched on Google, and those are scam helplines for the Decent Wallet. If you go to the Decent Wallet site, there's not a phone number where you call Decent Wallet. You have to contact them through email. So I just wanted to tell you, the Decent Wallet, from what I understand, is perfectly safe. If you don't have one, get yourself one. What she claimed is that these Nigerian men at the end of this 1-800 number or 1-866 number for a Decent Wallet told her she was a victim of dusting. And what dusting is when they send tiny, tiny bits of maybe XRP to your wallet. Then when you send it out, they can still track it because they got that block number for that little piece that they sent you, and they track that. Then if it goes to an area that they understand what it is, like let's say a Coinbase account, and then that's just protected by a password, then they can hack that because it's just protected by a password, and then from there send the money out to a an address of their choice. That is not what happened with the Decent Wallet. You don't break into a Decent Wallet by dusting. First of all, you can find the addresses of people holding billions of dollars of XRP. And just because you have the address doesn't mean you can do anything. Getting inside of a Decent Wallet and being able to send the money out is just a far-fetched idea, and I do not believe that's what happened to her. I think she was also a victim of being scammed, even in through how she was getting help. There are no Nigerian help desks that are working for Decent Wallet. So I want to encourage you. This is the one encouragement that I can give you. Use a Google Authenticator where you get a password that just lasts for, I don't know, is it 10, 15 seconds? That pretty much is not hackable. And put that on any of the accounts that you have. But pick yourself up a Decent Wallet. You can use the link in the description or the one that's popping up now. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. Please do like and subscribe. I'll see you next video.